Hi guys, so don't forget, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And whether you're a new viewer or an existing viewer, don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we have new videos up, and also hit that like button. So first things first, to get a few details out of the way, I have switched the heating off in the booth on this particular job. So the booth is running just 10 degrees, and it really is at 10 degrees currently, and that's to make this a little bit more realistic for you guys that don't have a heated booth out there. So secondly, I have not warmed the clear up or anything like that. We are using the OCTORAL C450 with the HS420 fast hardener with no thinners in it at all. And I haven't warmed the clear up either, so the clear is at the same temperature as the booth. So we've got a cold booth and we've also got cold Clearcoat. Now spray guns for settings for this, we're using 2 bar of air pressure and 3 turns out on the fluid, and we've got 1 3/4 turns out on the fan, and we're using the WS400 with a 1.3 tip. So I've been looking at this OCTORAL Clearcoat for a while because it boasts amazing flash off times, it boasts wet on wet application, and it also boasts a very fast bake time and a very fast air dry time as well. Now I've got the HS420 activator for this, and I have to say they do, which is the class as the fast activator. Now they do a super fast activator as well, and I have to say for one panel jobs and for smart repair, blow-ins and stuff like that, this Clearcoat is absolutely ideal. Now this literally is like a 1 panel or a panel per panel paint job if you want, because we've just got 1/4 on the other side. I've just got the 1 bumper corner here, and I've got a tiny little blow-in on the bottom of the door where there's a little bit of rust, which I'll show you in a minute. And to aid with these little blow-ins that I'm doing, I am using quite a few of the J-tape products as well, which I really like the J-tape no edge blend tape, which you'll see on the back bumper there, and also along this swage line at the bottom here. But I'm going to try and touch on those in a separate video because I really do like the J-tape products. So I bought this clear from PMP Supplies. It's £99 for a kit, and the mixing ratio on this clear is 5:1, and I've chosen to put no thinners in it. So if we take a little look at the actual specs on this clear, now it does say at 20 degrees this will be dry in 45 to 75 minutes. That's not something that I've tried personally, and a 3 to 5 minute bake time at 60 degrees. Now that is something that I have tried. Now I mix this 5:1 with 0 thinners. Now on this cold day, obviously I've got the booth running at 10 degrees, but if I have the booth running at 20 degrees, I can put this on wet on top of wet, 2 coats, literally walk out of the booth and bake this. Now if I put this on bake and the booth gets up to 60 degrees, I will then leave the booth there at 5 to 10 minutes and then switch the booth off. As soon as this has gone cold, you can then flat and polish it without any issues. I've tested it the next day for dieback or anything like that, and it's absolutely perfect. Now with the booth sat at 10 degrees, which is the first test for me on this car actually, I have used it a few times, but this was the first test for this at a really low temperature for me, which gives you guys that, I don't know, maybe doing it at home or may not have a proper booth or anything like that, a chance to see this Clearcoat properly. Now I found that you were looking around about 1.5 to 2 minutes flash off, and that's it. Even at 10 degrees, the clear's at 10 degrees, you know, it is cold in the booth at this point. And as I say, the air dry time on this is really good. Now if you went for the extra fast hardener in this, and you know you're doing smart repairs or you're doing like 1 panel job like this, you could turn this job around so fast with the extra fast. Now I found that with the booth at 20 degrees, I could probably do like a 2 to 3 panel job nicely with the fast hardener. I wouldn't want to go for the extra fast in our booth because it would just be almost too quick for us really. Now for this second coat, I have wound the fluid out up to 4 turns, and you can see there it's around about 2 minutes flash off at 10 degrees. Now like I say, if you're at 20 degrees there is literally no flash off on this, just back to back, wet on wet, and it goes on lovely, and it's got a really nice lay down, really nice gloss retention. It's just, overall it's a good clear. And obviously OCTORAL Valspar is an extremely good company. You know, they make some good products, so you know you're not talking that you've gone for a really cheap smart repair clear or something like that. This is a really good high grade Clearcoat, And for jobs like this, you know, to improve efficiency on your smaller jobs, this is a really handy job to have in the shop. If you've got trade work or something like that, if you do a lot of traders work, that you just want to get it in the booth, really fast bake, get it out, this is ideal. And as you can see from the finish on that, and we'll have a look at the finish in a minute once it's just settled out a tiny bit, it's absolutely spot on. I can't really pick a fault with this clear coat. It was a bit strange at first because I thought, you know, it was a little bit thin, but even though it's kind of felt a bit thin coming out of the tin, the lay down of it and the build of it actually is really nice. On this job it nailed a perfect factory finish. The only thing I touched on this bumper corner, all that quarter panel, all this door blowing is literally I polished the blowings out of it. And there was one little dirt nib in the door, which I'll point out in a minute. Bar that, this was a perfect gun finish. Factory, it was really, really nice. And obviously, as I said before, I'm using these little J-tape, no blend tapes on the door and on the bumper. You know, and with a tiny little bit of fade out thinner and just the tiniest little mop across it, where you put them, 9 times out of 10, you don't even have to polish that edge off, it comes up that nice. So we'll just have a quick look now at the kind of finish, and as you can see, you know, this is £99 a kit. This stuff is off in minutes. It's going to reduce your bake time, it's going to increase your turnaround on your jobs. You can't knock this for £99 a kit, I have to say. And like I said, for the quarter panel, that bumper corner and the door, I only used 300ml of mixed clear coat. And bearing in mind this is a rapid repair clear as it states, so for me it's like a fast turnaround clear from body shops, and also it would be an ideal clear for you smart repair guys. I just wanted to show that this does fade in really nicely with a bit of fade out thinners. It's not, I don't always put the fade out thinner footage in, but I thought I would for this video just so you guys can see it. So I've got a tiny little fade out up there, and I've got a little bit of the J-tape tape along the edge of it that's literally, it'll just stop that getting a hard edge where I've blown that in. And then we're going to go around to the bumper again, just blow right all across where that blend is in the middle with a tiny little bit of fade out thinner, and you can see there straight away, bang, it melts in, no issues. And literally a quick little nib with a bit of 2000 straight over with a bit of polish, that was gone. And the same on the bottom of this door. And like I say, with the J-tape no blend edge tape, you don't have to polish the actual blended edge that's underneath this now where I'm pulling it off. If you just pull that off like so, blow the tiniest little bit of fade out thinners over that edge like that, as soon as that's baked off, pull that tape from around it, run your mop across it, you're done. There's no flatting there needed whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, this is something that we will be buying in for our shop, and I will leave a link in the description to where we bought this from. That's the only little nib in that quarter panel, and I mean, you can see there just how nice this clear is. So that's it from me for today guys. I'll see you for the next video next weekend. Bye for now.